What's up, pals? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. Today I'm going to be sharing 30 things that you can do during this quarantine self-isolation time. I feel like we're all forced to be home, or most of us, so might as well take advantage of this time and better yourself in your life. So these are all self-care, self-improvement related. Why not come out of this time once it's over, hopefully soon, just feeling really good about yourself and your life? Sounds pretty good to me. Okay, so I have quite a lot to go through, so let's get started. Okay, so the first one that I wrote down is to minimize your space. So this could be minimizing your room, your closet, and also your digital space. So like your phone, your computer, your emails, just clear out everything. I feel like this is always a good way to start like a new chapter, just clearing out the old to make way for the new. Okay, the next one is an exercise that I call downers and uppers. It might have a different name, I don't know, but basically you're gonna write down a list of everything you spend most of your energy on. So this can be people, different habits you have, different things you do, hobbies, work, everything that you spend your time doing. Write it down. Try to write it in a little bit of an order, and then you're gonna write an arrow upwards next to every single thing on that list that raises your energy, that makes you feel good. And then you're gonna write down a little arrow downwards for every single thing on that list that just drains your energy, doesn't really make you feel good. And then you're just gonna look at that and you're gonna have a much better idea of what you spend your energy on, and then you can reevaluate a few things. It just makes everything really clear. The next one is to journal, and I have a full video where I share, I think, 30 like journaling prompts. There's so many ideas in that video of what you can write about, so I'll link that video down below and you can check it out if you're interested. The next one is to learn something new. I really want to learn how to play the ukulele. I also really love watching master classes. Skillshare classes are amazing. Those are all online. I am a huge fan of Skillshare. I actually have a link that will give you 2 months for free. This video is not sponsored, I just have a link. But I've learned so much through Skillshare. There's so many classes that are more creative, like learning how to make videos, photography, drawing, painting, writing classes, and then there's more business related classes about marketing, how to organize your time, how to figure out what you want to do. So I'll have a link that you can use to get 2 months for free, and I'll also write a few of my favorite classes in the description box so that if you don't know what you want to learn, maybe you can check those out. Okay, this is one of my favorite practices for reconnecting with yourself and clearing out some old patterns and traumas and hurts, and really just taking care of yourself. And it's inner child visualizations or meditations. There's so many guided ones that are amazing, and I'll link a few of my favorites down below. It's just an amazing way to kind of be still and reconnect with yourself. Honestly, one of the most beautiful practices I've ever tried. The next one is to read. I've been on such a reading kick recently. I recently got a Kindle, which I'm so excited about, but there's also a Kindle app on your phone that's free that I've been using for the past few years just to read poetry on it, because I don't like reading on my phone, but poetry I don't mind because it's usually pretty short. So if you can get your hands on some new books, you can try that out, or you can just read a few books that you have at home. If you need some recommendations, I have a video on a few books that changed my life, so I'll have that below. But one of my all-time favorites that I always recommend to people is The Alchemist. Such a beautiful story that will kind of lift your spirits through this weird ass time. The next one is to review or set new goals. So for example, you can make a new dream board or update your last one, or you can do one of my favorite exercises where you draw your current self and write down what you spend your time on, who you spend your time with, what you do, who you are, your characteristics, the good, the bad, everything. And then you draw your future self and you write down just like your ideal future self or future life. It's just such a good exercise to see what direction you want to go into. The next one is to draw or paint. It doesn't have to look good at all, but just expressing yourself in different ways is such a beautiful thing. And it just, I don't know, every time I draw or paint, I just feel like a kid again. And one of my best friends is amazing at drawing, and she's currently having like a little artistic challenge on her Instagram, which is called Artistic Sun. I'll have it here. So if you need some inspiration, you can check that out. She has beautiful like little challenges. The next one is to try yoga. I really love Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. She has really good yoga tutorials. Even if you're a beginner, like she's She just makes you feel so good about your lack of experiences. It's great. But I also just really love doing just really simple stretches in the morning. It doesn't have to be like hardcore yoga, headstands and all that. You can just, you know, just move your body a little bit, stretch things out. It feels so good, especially first thing in the morning. The next one is kind of similar, but it's to try breath work. I really love Wim Hof's method. I just follow like a little YouTube tutorial, which I'll have below. And I also really love 4x4 breathing, which is basically where you can, like, in your mind, you can draw a square if that makes it easier, but you basically breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, and then hold for 4 seconds. And you just repeat this around 8 times, and this really calms down your nervous system. So if you have a lot of anxiety or stress, or if you're panicking a little bit about this current situation, that's a really, really good one. The next thing you can do is one of my favorite self-worth exercises. Every time I'm feeling a little bit down about myself, I try to do this, and it's basically where you make a list of your past contributions and successes. So anything that you've done in the past that was just like positive in your eyes. So this could be like, I helped a friend with her homework or her heartbreak, or I succeeded at this, I won this, I contributed in this way. Just like anything and everything you can think of in all areas of your life. And then you're gonna write down your positive qualities, so which qualities you really love about yourself. And then the last one you're gonna write down is your list of capabilities and potentials. So for example, here you could write down, I could learn to be in the present moment, or anything you know that you could do or could learn. Potentials, basically. The next tip that I have is to kind of focus on your finances, especially your mindset about making money. One of my favorite books of all time when it comes to this is You're a Badass at Making Money. Such an amazing book, but there's also so much about this on YouTube that you can learn about, how to kind of let go of those limiting thoughts and beliefs that you have about money and fears. Being aware of a problem is a problem half solved, and 50% of a problem solved is pretty good. You could also create a new morning routine for yourself. Routines are amazing because you can personalize them, and especially doing something that just uplifts you and makes you feel so good and like full and fulfilled. It's just one of the best things you can do for yourself, and your days are going to be so much better. Next one is to implement a new habit, and one of my biggest tips when it comes to this is to just focus on one simple thing. We tend to go overboard and try all these different things. Just focus on one thing you want to change that you know you're capable of doing, and then just commit to that. Try a new recipe. There's so many online, and who doesn't love food? The next one is to meditate, and 2 of my favorite tips are, when you're obviously focusing on your breathing, to continue saying rising, rising, rising when you're breathing in, and then falling, falling, falling when you're breathing out, and then also labeling any thoughts or emotions that come up. You could also do a little visualization when you're just visualizing what your highest best self is like and your best life that you could live, and then how you can kind of work towards that. So any steps that you can think of how you can get to where you want to be. You could redecorate or kind of change around your room or apartment. It just makes you feel like there's, I don't know, a new chapter going on. It feels good. You can FaceTime a friend to just kind of stay connected with the people you love. We are social creatures, and being alone all the time can kind of make you go a little bit crazy. So FaceTiming is amazing, or Skype or anything like that. If you can, go on a walk in nature without any phone, any music, anything, just you, your thoughts, and nature. It feels so freeing and like so relaxing, and you're gonna feel recharged. You go on a social media detox, or if you can, completely banning your computer or your phone for a few days, just like putting them in the closet and just like being free of all that. Contact the people you love, your loved ones, and ask them 2 questions. The first one is, do you feel loved by me? And the second one is, what could I do so you would feel more supported and cared for? It's just a beautiful way to kind of work on your relationships and to make your connections better and stronger and more fulfilling. You could find new artists, new songs, and create new playlists. This one's so fun. I love doing this. You could move a little bit to clear out some energy. There's so much stuck energy in our bodies, so dancing it out, like having a little dance party and listening to your favorite music is amazing. I promise you, it feels good. You could try to write a short story or a poem. If you're having trouble about what to write about, you can use the prompt, "Today I noticed," and then just go on. You could also ask yourself a few questions about what this whole quarantine corona situation has made you realize that you really need, and then what it's made you realize that you're really grateful for. Then you could have a little spa day at home, so taking a bath, doing a few masks, putting a bunch of oils on. You can listen to some spa music, put on a few candles, just like take care of yourself. Why not? You deserve it. Okay, this next one is really fun and I haven't done it yet, but I'm super excited to do it. And it's to create a little photo shoot for yourself which reflects your personality or your current mood. Just really taking photos that reflect who you are instead of like faking what you've seen on Instagram or something like that. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it would probably feel empowering. And I have a really good app, I think it's called Whistle. You can just whistle and it sets a timer. It's great. Okay, my last idea is to have like a little night or a full day if you can, where you just do what you want and what you love. And this does not include social media or TV, so this is gonna be like a wholesome time. Really just doing whatever the hell feels good to you. So often we do what we need to do or what we should do, and this is just a time for you to just exist and do what you freaking want. And if you don't know what that is, you could ask yourself, what would someone who loves themselves do right now? And then whatever answer pops up, do that. Okay, those are all of my suggestions of what you could do during this quarantine self-isolation time. I really hope you are doing well and that you can maybe use this time to better take care of yourself. I think this is such a great time for self-reflection, and we can really use this time to our advantage if we choose to. Okay. Have a great day and I will see you soon.